Well, hello everyone. Thank you to all three to be there today. I'm very happy to open the discussion on how AI requires to empower teams and employees in large corporations. So we will open the discussion with very concrete cases, sharing of what are main stakes. And my first question, Alice, is for you. Sodexo is a well-known food services company. Can you first just precise in a few words with Sodexo and tell us why AI is at the heart of Sodexo strategy?
Yeah, first I have to tell you I lost my voice, so I will do my best. But so Sodexo is a French company created in 1966 in Marseille. And now it's a 24 billion company working in 43 countries with 426,000 employees across the globe. So it's a huge and very important French company. We are the second French employer in the world. As you said, we have mainly two activities. One is food, and the second one is what we call FM services. It means cleaning and building run activities and so on. So why AI is so important for Sodexo? It may be not natural in food industry, but AI is a must for us. The first one is because our activity is influenced by many parameters. Let's take example. We are working in companies, we are working in healthcare, we are working in schools, and just the periodicity of the activity is influencing the number of meals we have to prepare. But if we take another example, home working has a huge influence as well on the frequentation of our restaurants. So it's really important for us to predict the right number of people we will have to serve every day to make sure we are not making waste. Another element is in healthcare. We have to adapt our menus to diet restrictions, and AI helps us to make sure we can change and swap some products to avoid diet problems. Our second objective with AI is to continue to grow. We are in a market where we are missing people. We are not recruiting fast enough to continue growing. So AI is a must because we need to augment our people to make sure we can continue growing on the market. And the last point is very important. This is about the mission. Our heart in Sodexo is about sustainability. You know that Sodexo has been really engaged on making sure we are producing food in a sustainable way. And you know that, for example, the production of raw material, carrots, some ingredients are very varying across the globe and across the seasons. So we are using AI to build a new recipe and to reduce the carbon footprint, to make sure we put more local ingredients, but also less carbon consuming ingredients. So AI is everywhere in our value chain, and this is a must for Sodexo for the future.
Thank you, Alice. Emmanuel, you are leading digital transformation at SNCF Réseau. Can you first just precise what is SNCF Réseau across SNCF and tell us how your teams are involved in your AI initiatives?
Yeah, sure. Thank you first, Alexandre, for inviting us on this roundtable. Very interesting and very happy to be among Sodexo and Liquide, such inspiring companies dealing with AI at the beginning of the wave of Gen AI. SNCF Réseau, as a company, is dealing with track maintenance and train operating all over the country. We've got something like 30,000 kilometers of tracks all around France, and of course we're dealing with something like 15,000 trains every day. So it's a very operational business, very real-time operations that we have to deal with. And AI isn't really a new biz for us. We started the journey something like 10 years ago with what we should call today classical AI. It's quite awkward to say today that AI is maybe outdated, and we started with machine learning and data analysis, and we of course spend this journey dealing with a large amount of data, dealing with predictive maintenance use cases. We implemented thousands of sensors on our tracks to monitor real-time our assets. And of course, 2 years ago, we started the journey with Gen AI. We decided to create an AI lab in our division of 2 years ago, as a matter of fact, and we're trying to now build new use cases founded on this new technology and dealing with really field workers issues. That's our motto today. We are using a bottom-up approach to make the field workers implied in their developments and in their use of Gen AI, and that's the philosophy we've taken 2 years ago now.
Thank you. Fabien, in the same way, can you just say a word on Air Liquide and tell us how you have structured your AI initiative?
Yeah, thank you, and thank you for the invitation. Also very glad to be with all of you today. So Air Liquide is a more than 120 years company, delivering industrial gases to almost all industrial sectors. We are providing oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen to more than 2 million customers all over the world. And also we have a specific healthcare activity with 2 million patients. So that means for the big numbers that we are working in digital, our aim is to be able to manage all these customer interactions, all the transactions that are associated, and of course, optimizing the way we are working with our industrial assets. We have a few hundred plants. We have a lot of plants on site. All these assets are connected, and our main goal is to make sure that we're able to serve the best our customers. And we have a big ambition also on decarbonation. So being able to optimize the way we are producing, delivering, using the energy in Air Liquide and anticipating the demand from our customers and patients is really key. In terms of AI, as many companies, we have started the journey 20 years ago with telemetry on site, and then with the move to cloud, and with old-fashioned solution with operational research and machine learning everywhere. Now, of course, what we are doing is that we have structured in a way that we target first employees to ensure that they have a better productivity. We are targeting business processes through empowering AI in the solution. And then we are also identifying more transformative use cases that will work all along this value chain. And in very short, the value chain is energy, transformation, delivery, and customer.
Thank you. So, of course, we understand that Air Liquide, Sodexo, SNCF, you have a different market dynamics and context for sure, but very clear that you are all working on deploying AI. To make it a bit more concrete, maybe, Alice, could you illustrate initiative you have launched regarding AI at Sodexo?
So I will use 2 examples. One is about our labor, because as I said, there are a lot of parameters that make variation on the activity on our site. And we have 27,000 sites serving 80 million consumers per day. So a lot of variation across the day of the week and the month and everything. One is called PowerChef. So it's using all the frequentation data, but a lot of data coming from the weather and many other data. And it is predicting the needs of staff on each of the sites so that we can reallocate the staff from one site to another between, let's say, 1 kilometer around, move the staff to make sure we are staffing properly according to the activity. The second one, I already mentioned it a little bit, is Menu AI. That is a culinary AI for our chef, based on all the parameters: sustainability, diet restriction, taste and flavor for people, but a lot of parameters to build some new recipes. It may be strange, but we are building new recipes thanks to AI and optimizing the menu across a week. So it's really helpful, particularly in healthcare, where we have a lot of constraint.
Thank you. At SNCF, Emmanuel, you have worked on team involvement. Can you share a bit more on concrete initiative you have launched to empower your teams?
Yeah, maybe a few examples as well. One of our big success in the past years is to have launched an in-house GPT platform built by SNCF as a corporation, and we're using it and deploying at a large scale, something like 5,000 this year. Next year will be 50 more thousand people that will be able to use for day-to-day task this platform, and bringing this tool into the hands of thousands of employees really brings up new usages and new ways to deal with day-to-day tasks, and that's one first, I'd say, pinpoint in what we did during the last years. Second example is more business-oriented. We have a lot of engines and equipments to manage, and we're working on how to deal with the data of their status, and how we can historize all the data about their the way they work, the way they are currently being used. And with this data, we of course can deduct any risk of failure, and it's a big as well improvement in terms of predictive maintenance for our employees. Maybe a third example is concerning cross-border communications. We of course have foreign trains coming on our tracks, and we're dealing with translations tools between train drivers and traffic controllers, so as they can exchange on safety procedures as reliably as possible, thanks to AI. So these are a few examples we can speak about today on this topic.
Fabien, at Air Liquide is definitely a global company. We know how complex it is to deploy, to foster adoption in international context. I understood you worked a lot on empowering people. Can you just precise what you have implemented to foster this adoption across the company?
Yeah, thank you. And just for sure, first, very humble, because it's clearly a challenge. Being able to train or to upskill 65,000 people in Air Liquide is something that we don't do every day. So that first a challenge. So the approach we have taken is a three-step approach. First, make sure that we are able to acculturate people that are getting used to the tool. And just put technical choices and upskilling program. So we've decided to put quite quickly the Gemini for Workspace to all employees, and so we are quite proud of it. So the 65,000 people have access to the new generative AI capabilities in their workspace, meaning that they can really use and play with it and get customers with some notions that are sometimes abstract about data, about AI, what does it do, what does it don't do. And for that, we have supported this ambition with a big upskilling program. So we have proposed during the last 6 months 60,000 training seats that are organized through a network. So we have AI champions, more than 500 AI champions that deliver these trainings locally, meaning that people know their trainers. That's very important that you have this human touch. So that's the first step. Then, as soon as you are growing the complexity of the solutions you want to make, we have used the product team that we had to deliver the solutions, in which you need technical team, business teams, and of course the ambition from the business. For that, I will say that there's always this kind of training and skills that you have to adapt. I'll give you an example on automating the orders. We are clearly on that. We've worked a lot on the technical choices, the architecture that we want to make with the technical teams, then going to the field to understand really the daily pain points and ambition. And now we are with them to understand what this will change, also tackle a bit the fears that are behind. So it's sort of a continuous learning. And behind that, we have a lot of lessons learned that we put in the other projects. So that's where we go. We also take advantage of a former program that was AI readiness, training people in the field, because we have a lot of tech experts at central level, but then you need people that will be your relay locally to catch the needs, to understand what to do, and to work, of course, on the data quality that will be key in any case. So this is what we do in 3 steps.
Very clear, thank you. Now, if we look a bit forward and project a bit yourself in your coming years, we understand all of your AI journey has already started. But Alice, can you share the main challenge you see in the coming years at Sodexo regarding AI?
Yeah, so at Sodexo, we have already deployed AI at scale on thousands of sites. As it was said in the previous roundtable, it's important to measure the outcome, and we already we are doubling the impact of AI every year in our GP, gross profit, and we are talking about dozens of million euros every year. And our objective is to do better than doubling. We want to accelerate again and again, and it's important to understand that we are in a people-centric industry, and particularly in a people-centric company. And human is at the heart of the service we deliver, and human is key in our business. So basically, AI is an opportunity for our people to spend more time with the consumer, with our clients, but it's also a change. And we change the way they work. So to accelerate again and again the deployment and the adoption of AI, first we have deployed GenAI everywhere. Any employee in the company can use it, and you have all in your pocket one of the GenAI to help you on a daily basis. So it's important to make people use AI for their own purpose. The second point is, of course, to train our people. And the last point that is very important is to onboard not only the ex-com, as I heard before, but also the middle management of the company, because they are the first line of management, and they need to explain and to be ambassador of AI. So that's where we are working at the moment to accelerate the adoption for the future.
Thank you. Emmanuel, as SNCF Réseau, definitely your work is technical, and you are facing challenge about knowledge management, which is directly linked to your team's ability to work. Can you share what you have launched in terms of knowledge management with AI at SNCF Réseau?
Yeah, we've got 2 main issues concerning deploying AI at SNCF Réseau for the future. The first one is to bring AI on devices in a secure and reliable way, meaning that having AI on your phone with people working outside 7/7, 24/24 is quite a challenge. You need to access to proper data. You need to have the tools that are adapted to compute a large amount of data. So that's would be a first technical challenge is to bring AI into the pockets of every of our employees. That's the first challenge. The second consists in maybe transforming the user interface between the employee and their device. I truly believe in the capabilities of speech to text and the way that we interact with our machines and devices. And for employees on the field, it probably is a game changer in the years to come to have their work much easier and maybe end with repetitive task and probably be something that we, in terms of performance and value, be really of big impact. And you spoke about knowledge management. Each year we hire something like 5,000 newcomers in our company. Of course, that have a relation to text and reading and documents that is completely different to what we used to have in the former years, and that's one of our big issues as well. How we make our documents, our regulations, our safety requirements easier to access, and how we make the search and navigation into thousands of pages of regulations much more easier for a newcomer to apprehend and to take into account in their activity. So that's probably the few challenges we have in the years to come.
Thank you. Fabien, my last question will be for you. When empowering teams at large scale, one day the question of the trust and the AI trust is asked. It is a topic you have worked on at Air Liquide. Can you say us what are the big challenges you see in the future regarding AI trust?
Yes, thank you for the question. It's clearly one of our key topics. First, because we work in an industrial company, so we have safety issues. We are working with safety critical systems, so safety is the first value, of course. So trust is clearly in front of that, and we have worked a lot on this topic. Trust will drive adoption, of course. So there are different aspects that we have worked on. We have put in place last year an ethical charter on AI that really is not an additional layer of all the charters, or the chart that we have in a company. There are 3 pillars. The first one is on the safe AI. The second one is people-centric AI. The last one is responsible AI. And behind that, you find the topics of IP, data privacy, people-centric, understanding the biases that may come with AI, and also understanding that we will always need, of course, people in the loop, on the loop, to make sure that the system we put in production are safe and secure for the people. But trust is also about making sure that the solutions that we provide may be self-explainable, may be transparent. And this is what we have worked for years now in a French consortium called Confiance.ai that became now a foundation called European Trustworthy Foundation, and in which we have developed all these technical bricks, because the ideas are clear. They come either from the AI Act or from large principles, but then you have really to put that in practice in front of your internal end users to say, okay, the AI is working because of that, is not working because of that, and so that they can also be part of the system and not having something that is pushed very quickly. So that's something on which we are going to continue to invest for the technical teams, for our end users. And as of now, that will, of course, also continue to monitor adoption through that.
Excellent. Well, so I understand 2026 will be a busy year in your companies on AI. So I wish you full of success, and let's talk again in 1 year to see the progress. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.